and so on. The bottom line is that, as I can remember as a very young boy asking the question, are we less than white people? Why is it that we are treated like this? Did we do something that God did not like? And when we looked around, all of the external evidence seemed to say, well, yes. Now, then the Brown decision was about restoring our humanity. It said to us that God did not make us inferior. It said to us that we could hold our heads high and that we were, in fact, the captains of our soul. And I also remember the feeling in the Black community in terms of the Brown decision. It lifted an entire community. So then that decision was in many ways like our second Emancipation Proclamation. It said that we were equal before God and before all human beings. But of course, Brown did not set us free. Racial segregation is still the custom of the land. In fact, I would argue that most white Americans, and I hate to say this, but most white Americans still consider Black people to be inferior. Otherwise, how do we explain why they prefer not to attend school with us, not to frequent intimate social settings with us, not to integrate university faculties and student bodies in any appreciable numbers? When we push to integrate the faculties and the student bodies and all, what we almost automatically hear from our white colleagues, wait, you're going to lower standards. You're going to lower standards. And to make that argument based on no data has to operate on the assumption that Black people are inferior. And I've often wondered why it is that we never discuss or talk about white mediocrity in the academy. Why don't we hold summit meetings on the white deadwood in the academy? But no, what we do is that Black people are always the problem. And so what I'm saying here is that we definitely made strides with Brown versus Board. There's definitely been a level of integration, racial integration, that we did not have before then. But the fundamental reasons that was necessary for the Brown decision are very, very much alive now. And I think the big question is, how are we going to address the remaining problems of a lack of education for Black and Brown students that is still very rampant in the country and possibly getting worse?